my hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the stakeholders of this TRIIMPACT Center of Excellence. When I was initially thinking as a third party, I will just wish you and go. But Dr. Nagendra Garu said all of us are directly stakeholders one way or other. So we are part of the family. And this Center of Excellence, it is not just any other center, because universities have penchant for just creating left and right, especially public universities, centers. What is the difference between center and Center of Excellence? From my own perspective, Center of Excellence is standalone, interdisciplinary, and one stop for all solutions. And I'm seeing mostly engineering students here. You will have a great privilege during education itself, having an interdisciplinary platform wherein engineering, management, finance and banking, public policy, entrepreneurs. When he says the third pillar is government, means we the people of India. He'll be engaging with the communities also. So it is not just any other center, it is Center of Excellence. For that, once again, I congratulate for this vision and foresight of Dr. Nagendra Garu, and we are all part of the family now. Our principal sir also said, your ambition should not be just earning, but as a father of two children, like Tangirala Garu, he is father of twins, and all of you, you shelled out a hard-earned money of your parents and your family. Yes, you have every right to expect and demand what are my returns in it. At the same time, it is something called achievemental happiness. When you go back, it is not just earning. Without earning, imagine a surgeon. I have seen in ICU surgeons, after performing surgery, they come out and they literally break down and cry when the operation is successful. That kind of, I made that impact, I made the difference. So, here I would like to recall the former cricketer, Sachin Tendulkar, what he said to his fellow players. Play good cricket, make runs, take wickets, good fielding, money flows by itself. So, let's enjoy the work and money automatically comes in. With this few brief intro, I would like to start with Vande Mataram. It is 150 years old song of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, and if you recall history, the word Vande Mataram before independence, it was a battle cry for independence struggle, and many people, they made a lot of sacrifices. Now, after 150 years, it is all the more relevant. We are talking about not only Viksit Bharat, we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. Take Telangana agitation also. We are not first-hand witness of independence struggle. Agitation, getting Telangana was easier. Now, sustaining it, making it Atmanirbhar is all the more difficult. So, your job is going to be much tougher and more challenging and more rewarding also. I'll just go back nostalgic. When I was a young student, all my teachers were born before independence, right from my schooling even up to my college, university also. So they used to bombard us with a lot of ideological baggage, saying that Desham Meer Deshaniki Istunaru Chudandi Desham Meekem Ichindi Kadu. What is your contribution to the country? Be ready to make sacrifices to the country. That generation was like that. They have seen their immediate family members, elders making sacrifices personally. So gone are that generation, gone are those people. Because I think, if I'm not wrong, we are having for the first time the incumbent Prime Minister born after independence. So now what we are talking about is, like Sachin Tendulkar, we don't demand the society, the youth to make sacrifices. Prosper yourself, country will prosper by itself. So the target and motto here is, when you are building brick by brick in the country's development, you are getting that achievemental happiness, sense of belonging. I too contributed on those things. So with this, the history part, and now we carry the legacy of Vande Mataram for country building, making it Atmanirbhar, not only, Viksit and Vishwa Guru also, so to say. And I am the standing living fossil of transition of India. I am witnessing a second phase of liberalization. First phase of liberalization, I was a PhD student, and the promise was given, global village, liberalization, sky's the limit, and our channels, TV channels were open, a kind of strong euphoria, I keep telling to Dr. Nagendra. And what were a bit challenges that time was a bureaucratic inertia of liberalization, because they have to change completely from one side to other. And adjustment of workforce, labor force. But labor force has got sufficient transition time to get adjusted. Whereas the present new phase of massive quantum leap of economy towards 5 trillion, sometimes I'm really concerned for my own children like you. We had the luxury of a smooth transition in a way, liberalization. You don't have that luxury now. It's very challenging. Global uncertainties on one side. Rupee, the way it is fluctuating, all of you know. And we never know, one global ecosystem is created, it will sustain when you specialize in that. That global uncertainty on one part. And the many challenges, everybody was talking about AI and ML. And leave alone young students. Imagine, sorry, with due respect to all faculty members, the challenge faculty are facing while teaching to you. Because you know what next line, because you are also equally familiar with AI and ML. And which chapter where they are teaching. So the kind of challenge, not only students are also not well prepared, for faculty it is challenge. Even Ministry of Education itself is not well prepared, I may dare to say so, that how to tackle with post-AI education system. Here I would like to say, again, bringing back the nostalgia, when first green revolution happened, we felt just like AI, great revolution, food sufficiency, self-reliance of food grains. But now we are talking about organic farming, right? We are not enough of, now we are seeing the side effects or the undesirable effects of the chemical revolution of agriculture. Now we are going back to organic farming. Like that, classroom teaching, Guru Brahma this morning he was saying also, there is no substitute whatsoever to direct organic learning from the teachers. And it is a great luxury you have of having one schooling means, I think not exact English word, it is taken from Greek or Latin, I don't remember. School means leisure. You are given, leisure means to unfold your mental intellect, to learn things, to prepare yourself, to swing into action. And Gen Z, Tangirala also mentioned, when I see in Gen Z what are their aspirations, they want quality time. They are planning, contemplating retirement after 35. Actually, during my generation, many people was just still in search of job by 30-35. But because that time only government was the source of employment. But for you, the real life starts after 35. Whatever preparation these things are, transition phase only. Coming to specifics, Dr. Nagendra already mentioned, Government of India's total gross expenditure in R&D, GERD they call it, it is hardly less than 0.65 to 0.67, less than 0.7%. Whereas if you take IBM, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, 10 folds more, almost 7%, 6.5 to 7%, 1/10 of it. For example, Meta, in 2024, 1/3 of its revenue it is investing on R&D only. This is the reason why universities like Malla Reddy and centers of excellence here come. We cannot expect only on government, Ministry of Education to invest on education. R&D, that's the reason, like luckily I mentioned only international. What about Indian? Dr. Reddy Labs, pharma companies, motor industries, they are also investing no less than close to 7% on par with international standards. So R&D, investment in research and education proportionate to the revenue, private sector and industries have huge role to contribute to the nation building. Gone are the days of romanticizing only public universities, because private universities do contribute in nation building. In these aspects, we must have strong partnership with tripartnership in this case, government, academia and industry. I think it is a National Science Foundation idea of having industry, university, cooperative research centers, wherein they can pool through fee from companies like that, financial resources by bridging the gap between industry, academia, through government will give sufficient scope and room for innovative research. Research means, as you rightly mentioned, it must be measurable. How many research publications you have, that is immediate. How many PhD students are enrolled in a given topic. How many patents you got. On all these lines, you must have some theory of change, log frame, key performance indicators, what is the output, what is the outcome on those lines. And Tangirala Garu was a classic example of reverse migration. You are right, sir. When whole world was going towards US, you did reverse migration. You set the standard. And urbanization, of course, we don't go into details, it does happen. But for intellects, reverse migration to rural enterprise, startups, and helping farmers, IoT, internet IoT applications in rural livelihoods, women empowerment, all these things, as I said, you can have achievemental happiness, sense of belonging. When you go back to sleep, you get a very sound sleep by your contribution. So with these few words,